Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP. And I wanted to start by just showing you what I've been eating, which is this, and it's vache qui rit. And they're these little grissini that you dip into this cheese. And this is something that I would eat a lot of as a kid. And I realized that as a kid, this was heaven. If you guys know, vache qui rit is the cheese that's produced in France, the cow that laughs. And their variant of like snacks was called kiri, Kiri. So as a child, this is a snack that I would eat. These little grissinis dipped in like artificial cheese, but so it's giving me. I saw these at the store, 50% off. I was like, heaven. I hadn't eaten these since I was a kid, so I'm glad. I realize now that like eating these little sticks was kind of it was I had like a system of how to eat this, and so I wanted to save as much as of the grissini until the end. So I would pile up with as much cheese as possible at the beginning, because my favorite part was the grissini, not the cheese. But I would use as much of the dip as possible on the first grissinis, and then have the last grissinis without any cheese on. Which, not good to say, but, undiagnosed autistic. There are probably a lot of better children that do this. I'm just saying that it maybe isn't. Maybe all children do this. But it's kind of funny to think in retrospect how this was such an important thing in my life. Also I didn't want any of these to break well in the cheese, because that would be wrong. Anyway, I also like the little kiris that were in the metal. It was just basically a block of cheese. My mom would also give me Baby Bells and surimi sticks. I was really into surimi sticks for some reason. Now I can't stand them. But I think that's because I ate too many as a child. I don't know. I was a really French child who ate a lot of cheese, but the cheese I ate was not high-end cheese. But yeah, I really like that. What other little snacks did I like? I would have these little, I guess that you could call them Twinkies. It's just that they were called Mr. Pitch. And Captain Pitch? Or was it Mr. Pitch? I don't know. I think that was Captain Pitch. And it was basically like just a bun with chocolate in it. And they were individually wrapped, and I would think this is cool. My mom would always have emergency food, as we call it, which a lot of my French, the French kids in my class would like sneer at, but because my mom was American. But secretly they really actually wanted the snacks. French children are taught that it's really important to eat just 3 meals a day plus the goûter at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's the French way of doing things, and that's the healthiest way. But I know that secretly they really actually did want my snacks. And my mom would give my friends snacks, and they would pretend to not like it, but they really did actually. So I yeah, I was lucky to have the best snacks. And apart from the cheeses, it was usually cheese. I don't know. Then I would have those little buns with chocolate. I also had those little wrapped Napolitain, which are like it's like a little brioche kind of bread that's individually wrapped, that has little layers of chocolate. So I really liked that. I mean, some of these things probably don't exist anymore. I also liked Captain Chalk. Okay, so sorry, there was Pitch, and then there was the Mr. Chalk. And Mr. Chalk had were just like cookies that had chocolate, like an Oreo, but not chocolate and milk in the middle. It's just chocolate cookie. So these were just a regular cookies. I think that they're not called that anymore. I don't think that it's called Captain Chalk anymore. I think that it's like Le Prince cookies. I think that that's what it's called. So yeah, I would eat that. I would have orange juice packets, and sometimes I would have a little ourson. They're like a little bear in like a pastry bear kind of thing that's individually wrapped. And they would have chocolate inside, or they would have strawberry inside. Sometimes I would have a little barquette, which are like little boats, which is basically like a shell that's kind of soft, bready kind of thing, sugary bread, and inside a little like gelatinous, some kind of jelly, like strawberry or apricot, I think. So I would eat those, and I would also make sure to eat all the stuff around it, and then I would eat stuff in the middle. Like I had these certain ways of eating these things. And then I would, the ourson, I would always have to, because it's a little bear, I can't eat his head first. So I had to torture this bear by eating the legs first, and then the arms, and then the ears, and then the body and the head last. That was the way to do it, you know. So there were these little snacks. I just loved them. And so sometimes I would have the surimi sticks, which I don't know, I kind of gag at the thought of now. But that's what I would eat. And so the fact that I could... Oh, I also like the little Danonino, which were little... But those were not as easy because you need to have a spoon with you. But it was like a mini yogurt. Really artificial yogurt, but and then what you could do is that you could put a little popsicle stick, and you could put it in the fridge, and then you could have like yogurt popsicles, which I really liked. But yeah, you couldn't bring those to school, right? Because it would just melt all over in your bag. So there were these little things that I would like to eat, and I'm running out of ideas of what other things I would eat as a child in France. But if any of you was in France and know what kind of goûter you would bring with you, tell me what you would eat, because I'd be interested. Oh, the Petit Louis were also cheeses. They were like a little, you would open it and then there would be a little like joke in it, or like a fact. So you would eat that. Oh, and then there was candy, right? But yeah, my mom didn't want me to eat candy, even though the candy was not like worse than the little pastry thingies that I would eat. But she wanted something that would fill me up. So yeah, but there were also the carambar, and there were different candies that you would eat in France. But that wasn't what was for my booty, you know. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. Have a great day. Bye.